The troops need to cut through the desert. The main road southeast of Mosul can't be used. ISIL planted explosives to slow the Iraqi army's advance. Abu Mehdi is a soldier in the Iraqi army's 9th Division. He tells us that booby traps and explosives have slowed their push towards Mosul city. So have suicide car bombers. They have been ISIL's preferred weapon of choice to try to defend territory. But more often than not, the vehicles have been destroyed by anti-tank missiles before they reach their targets. The armed group's mantra that the Islamic State is here to stay and expand is no longer a reality. The Iraqi army continues to take ground a week into the offensive to recapture ISIL's stronghold of Mosul. ISIL has now lost Hamdaniya. The city center of this district is under the army's control. Morale among the troops is high. Akil Hassan had a message to ISIL's leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. "We are here to kill you," he said. "God willing, ISIL is over." But ISIL was able to rise because of what many said were the abuses of the Iraqi government and its security forces. ISIL's resistance has been determined but expected. That is how the US-led coalition spokesperson described the early stages of this battle. But the anti-ISIL alliance expects the heaviest fighting to be inside Mosul city. Hamdaniya was once home to some 60,000 people, a mainly Christian district. Its residents fled when ISIL advanced into central and northern Iraq 2 years ago. They had no choice. ISIL forced them to either pay taxes, convert, or die. Their churches have been destroyed. It will take time before they can return. The signs of battle are everywhere, and the sounds of battle continue. Heavy fighting in the distance. Iraqi army troops are now in control of the city center of Hamdaniya, but they're continuing towards Iraq's second largest city. This is only one front line. Troops have been trying to advance from the east, south, and north. The 9th Division's commander tells us that there is still 10 kilometers of land to recapture before they reach the perimeters of the city. For the first time in this offensive, the scene of the battle changes from rural to urban. But as the troops push forward, they continue to encounter this. Suicide car bombers. ISIL seems determined, but so are these men. It may be too early, but they are already saying that this offensive is the beginning of ISIL's end in Iraq. Sana Khudr, Al Jazeera, Hamdaniya.